All right. We are recording. Welcome once again to
Yeah.
a Century of Movies podcast. We're a little late this time because both of us have wild and crazy schedules,
Yep.
but we were finally able to figure out a time and sit down and talk about the movie that Chris Weibel chose,
Yeah.
U-Turn. Let's just start off. We know how we like to get right into it.
Yeah.
What made you decide to choose this movie? I had never even heard of it, which shocks me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I remember loving this movie when I was a kid. I mean, 97, long time ago. And I loved it. And I hadn't seen it in forever. And it just kind of popped in my head. And I was, I'd bring it up and nobody had ever seen it or heard of it. And I've been wanting to rewatch it anyway and just never really got around to doing it. So I thought, episode 4? Is this 4
Yeah.
or 5? Yeah, episode 4 would be a perfect time to revisit it and see if I still feel the same about it as I did when I first saw it. So
that I don't say anything because
Nope.
I'm already fascinated by that because I'm one of those people who never. It's mind-boggling to me with this cast and Oliver Stone
Yep.
that me and other people literally are like, what? Never even heard of
Mhm.
it. Because I mean, it's wow, what a cast! First of all, are you an Oliver Stone guy? Fan?
I'd take him or leave him, really. I think he does some good things. Other things, I think it's a little like, okay, we're just watching this because it's Oliver Stone, Super talented director, obviously. His movies for me, a little hit and miss.
I was surprised because obviously I know his name. The only movie that comes to mind when I think of him is Platoon, which obviously I saw years ago. Powerful movie, but I also feel like any war movie is instantly powerful because exactly. It's a built-in, you have explosions, people getting whatever. But when I looked him up, I'm like, holy shit, this guy has got quite a resume. As a writer. Midnight Express. Did you ever see Midnight Express?
Oh, it was his first movie, and he won the Oscar Best Original Screenplay.
And I'm like, oh damn! I had no idea that.
Mhm.
He's quite the impressive resume. I'm not saying I've even seen most of his stuff, but I was just shocked at just I was really thoroughly impressed at what he's done with it. In his career. Again, I'm like you. I'm not saying I'm a giant fan, but I'm like, oh man, this guy's. He's got a lot under his belt that deserves major recognition, maybe even more than I gave him. Because I'm thinking Platoon. What else did he do? Did he do JFK, which I have not seen?
Yeah.
And other than that, dude, I could not have named you one movie. I didn't realize it started off just as a writer.
The Doors.
The Doors, exactly. I was going to say that too.
And then Born on the 4th of July, another war movie.
Which I have not seen.
Yeah, and then Wall Street. That was the other one that I really knew him for. Yeah.
The other one, yes, Wall Street. I had no idea that was him. And again, I just looked this up like today, going, oh, he did Wall Street too, which that's another movie I need to revisit. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And one of my all-time favorites, Natural Born Killers, of course. He did that one too.
Which I have also not seen.
Oh boy. So yeah, I think I'm like you. Like you got to respect the body of work. He's done a lot of amazing things. So
yeah, absolutely, and different things. But like you said, there's always a fucking edge to his stuff, man. This dude's got an edge.
Well, it's funny. I was watching it last night, and I was like, this is definitely an Oliver Stone movie. Like you can tell if you know him, that's his style for sure.
And it's funny because I don't. Like I said, Platoon or Wall Street, I don't know his style, but it was definitely a very stylized movie, which we'll get into for better or for worse, depending on how you feel as we get going. This cast, I mean,
dude, unbelievable, right?
To assemble this kind of, you have only an Oliver Stone or somebody of his ilk is able to assemble and afford, because most of these people probably work for scale or just less than usual, or some of them did cameos. It's just astounding how many fantastic, talented people are in this movie. And the one that I cannot believe, if there's one actor that was born to be in this movie and was not, who do you think that might be? I was watching the movie going, I can't believe this dude is not in this particular movie.
Oh, an actor who was born to be in it and is not. Oh,
Yeah,
good question.
fits right into this movie.
That's a good question. I have
I'll give you five, four.
Willem Dafoe.
That's an actually very good guess because he would too. But I'm talking this guy because he's a great actor. This guy just as a person fits in this way. Gary Busey.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my God, Gary Busey. He is he's a character in real life that would be in this movie.
I think he lives in Superior, Arizona. I think he has a house there.
Wouldn't be surprised, dude. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I met him once. Gary Busey. I was at the Dubuque, Iowa Film Festival. I was just doing stand up there, right? And he was in a movie there. That was in the festival, and I saw the movie. It was, dude, it was god awful. He just had a small role, but it was so it was so bizarre. Just these two people basically sitting in bed doing drugs and getting all wacky for like an hour, and you're like, what is going? But anyhow, he had a small role in it, so he was the big featured star there. And I went up to him. I go, "Hey, Gary, can I get a picture with you?" He goes, "Nah, I don't take pictures." I go, "Just so you know, I'm not just a fan. I'm a comedian performing at the festival." He goes, "I got some jokes too." I'm like,
"Oh boy,
okay." And he didn't tell me when, but we took a picture. Like,
oh, okay.
Once he found out I was a comedian, he was like, really cool. Actually, it was really cool because if you go back, not to get off on a tangent, but if you go back to early Gary Busey films before he became like a crazy person, dude is a great actor. Great actor. What's the Silver Bullet? Did you ever see Silver Bullet? It's like a werewolf movie. It's a low, it's nothing big, famous, but I saw it when I didn't even know really who he was at the time. I'm like, this guy's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. He was a natural. He just, he went off the rails a little bit, but I actually thought he was a great actor back in the day. All right, back to this. So let's start off with Sean Penn. Are you a Sean Penn fan? Big time fan?
I don't know about big time, but I mean, I think just an outstanding actor. I don't recall really ever watching anything and being like, but yeah, I think he's a fantastic actor. And I just saw him in a new movie and he was great in that too. So this career we're talking is spanning how many decades now? So,
yeah, well, especially starting off as basically Spicoli and then really never doing anything kind of remotely close to that again.
yeah. I mean, I like Sean Penn a lot for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never the respect is there because of the resume, but a lot of times I don't know if I like him as much as everybody else. Let's just put it this way: the method guys who sometimes I just go, okay, guys, you're just using it as an excuse to just overact, and sometimes I feel like I can just see him acting like so much, like just bring it back, just sort of chill. We get it. You're a great actor, but I can see you acting and like everything you do. Like, I'll give you an example. Maybe it's just because I've seen him so many times. Did you ever see State of Grace?
Oh yeah. Love it.
So I watched that years ago, basically for Sean Penn.
Yep.
And then I was like, who's this other? I was like, who's this other guy?
Yep.
This other guy is awesome. Who?
Gary Oldman.
That's right. I was
incredible.
I'm like, who is this guy? This guy is so much more interesting than Sean Penn. And I feel like that to this day, to be honest with you. Gary Oldman, somebody I find more interesting to watch than Sean Penn. Not that Sean Penn's not a great actor, but for me, I don't know. So like I said, I just see the effort all the time. Like you're acting. And then who else? Who would be the second Bill person in this? Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say because like what I loved about it is, again, it's been a long time. I kept going, oh my God, I forgot this person was in this because they just keep rolling out all the actors.
And you'd seen it before. But are you a Billy Bob Thornton fan?
Absolutely. I love Billy Bob.
Dude, me too, man.
I'm the biggest. I think he's such an underrated actor. We're watching this show right now. It's not even very good just because Billy Bob's on it, and he's outstanding. He's so good.
I will say, what was the TV show he was on? It was
Goliath.
Yes, I started watching that just because of him, and it's set right in Santa Monica where we used to hang out.
I know, yeah,
like go there all the time. The TV show didn't really fly with me, but I am always enjoy watching that dude.
Yep.
And for the exact reason that I don't always enjoy watching Sean Penn. Most of the time I don't feel like he's acting.
Yeah.
Did you ever see he just understates things? The movie that I kept thinking of is The Man Who Wasn't There. Did you ever see that?
No.
I think is it Coen Brothers, I believe. But
it sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be incredibly boring just because it's basically like this guy but he basically does so little.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be so difficult as an actor on camera to actually do so little.
Yeah.
When you feel like you should be doing more. And I feel like he's so good at that.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the TV show Fargo?
No, never seen it.
So it has very little to do with the movie. None of the same characters. It's basically just tonal as Fargo, the movie, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And each season is its own standalone story. He is in season 1.
Yeah.
And you cannot take your eyes off him. You cannot stop watching. I mean, he is incredible in this show.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. There's something about that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that he comes from being that overacting sling.
Mm-hmm.
And then which was kind of like, a caricature a little bit.
Right.
And then I find him just so fascinating in everything else he does.
Oh yeah. He's so good in this movie. Just perfectly cast, I thought.
Great. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear. I mean, we can't spend forever on the cast, but Jennifer Lopez.
Yep. Before J-Lo, before she was J-Lo, she was just some actor. Yep.
And did you enjoy her in this movie?
Arguably my least favorite part, cast wise. But I remember the first time I saw it, being like, nobody knew who she was then. She was just like an up and coming actor. But I felt she was over her skis with the rest of this cast. Not her fault, especially for probably her first movie, I would think. I thought she was fine. Didn't really feel one way or another.
Yeah, I was watching it going, I kind of wish I would have seen this before she was J-Lo.
Yeah.
Before she became like this personality, because I might have judged her a little bit differently. I don't know. But I'm with you. She just did not do it for me in this movie. I wasn't buying it. Yeah. Her role might have been a little bit tough to sell anyhow. Because it was so like, come on to my place, after they first meet, it was just kind of weird. But I'm going, oh man, this girl's not an actress. You know what I mean?
Oh,
she's out of her league.
Dude, you can tell why she was like, I better make music or start dancing or something, because I'm not cut out for this world.
I have felt this way for quite a while about her. I feel like she's just like Will Smith. They're great looking and they're just good at a lot of things, especially PR. But inherently talented actors, no. Inherently talented singers or rappers, no. They're inherently super talented dancers, no. They're just kind of good at a lot of things.
They're just celebrities.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that. Like,
but again, like a Michael Jackson, he was just great at singing, dancing, and writing music. These guys aren't like on that league, but they're not. Okay, so they're also acting, but they're not on this league. So they just do a lot of different things, you know. And they like I said, and they're great looking, so they just look, So Nick Nolte, who I've always been a fan of since, honestly, the first time I saw him, I think was 48 Hours.
Great one.
And I thought he was actually funnier than Eddie Murphy in that movie. Which is hard to believe, but what do you think of this movie?
Oh, I thought he was great. I didn't know if did he file his teeth down or something? Like he looked.
I think
they looked different. Like
somebody I was reading. I think they were caps or something.
They had to be. Yeah,
it was something like his face looked narrower or something. Yeah,
he had like vampire teeth, kind of. Yeah, like very intimidating. I mean, I love Nick Nolte. I thought he was great. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah, I felt like this movie, I was going to say this early on, but I forgot, should have been called License to Overact, because I felt like everybody was just like, Oh, you're overacting? Right, fuck it. I am too.
Yeah.
And
let's go for it. Yeah.
And almost like exactly. Let's just go for it. Let's see who can do the most.
Yeah.
That said, when he first came on, I was like, oh, this guy is so good. The problem was I just felt like all of them, you saw too much of them, and then it just became one note.
Yeah.
We get it. You're crazy every time we see you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. There was no
spitting when he talks every time, every line of dialogue. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, all right, dude. Like,
is there any art to these characters?
No. Oh, yeah.
I will say, and I'm going by the list, the order which they were in the movie.
Yep.
One actor whose name I didn't know, but I've seen him before, and I remember where I saw him when he came on screen, that I really like is Powers Booth.
Yes.
I love that dude. I remember him from Tombstone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's got that voice. He's got that. I don't know. There's something about this dude that makes you go, "This dude's shifty." You know what I mean?
He's got a darkness to him.
Yeah, but with he's like a darkness, but with a big smile. You know.
Yeah.
And you're like
even worse.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It makes it like really edgy.
Yeah.
And honestly, he was one of my favorite parts of the movie. He was one of my favorite people in the movie. And then we don't have to go on and on, but Claire Danes,
Joaquin.
Yeah, Claire Danes, I thought, I mean, the role was written this way, but I'm like, oh my God, this is not even real planet Earth person right here. You know?
Yeah.
This doesn't even register as are we human beings or I mean it was just so overacty, and I get it. It's I'm not blaming her so much as maybe the way the role was written.
I think that was like what it was supposed to be, an exaggeration of everything.
I got it, but there just came a point where I'm like, does everybody have to be like this? I mean, is everybody just yelling and over the top? Now, that said, there's certain people, for me, that for whatever reason they can get away with even overacting, and I'm just somehow entertained. Nicolas Cage, one of those people. I will take watching a movie with, let's just say what I was saying about Sean Penn. Nicolas Cage overacts to me a lot. Doesn't matter. I still find him so watchable because he's making interesting choices that nobody else but him would make. And that's what I like about him. Yeah. And that's also, for whatever reason, Joaquin Phoenix does that for me too. I love that guy every time he's on. It was a short little scene, and it was, again, kind of one notey, but something about that dude. I enjoy watching him on screen. He just lights up the screen.
Yep. Absolute scene stealer in this one.
Absolutely. And menacing, and he's got that look, and it was just like, I didn't know that he was even in it. All of a sudden he walks in, and you're like, oh, fucking, that's Joaquin Phoenix.
It's like a child. He looks like a child too. It's like very early in his career. Yeah.
Seriously, yes. Looks way young. And then pretty much the last one would be, and I didn't know it was him either. It took me a while to figure out. Oh, that's Jon Voight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of makeup, a lot going on there for him.
Well, also, this is 1997. Could a white guy, Jon Voight, play a stereotypical Indian with an Indian dialect right now in today's culture?
Oh yeah,
not a chance. Yeah. And it's funny. When I was watching it, going, oh, I mean, I know this is going back a ways, but I would think that Jon Voight and Sean Penn are completely opposed politically.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know if they knew that back then, but I just wonder if those two ever, were on set together, or was that, because Jon Voight is, he's kind of like a little bit way right wingy kind of guy.
Oh, is he? Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention.
He's in that boat, and so and Sean Penn obviously. So that's those are little things I thought about, but it did take me a few scenes to go, oh my God, that's fucking Jon Voight.
Yeah.
And all right, so also, would you think of the title U-Turn? Now I get it. It goes back like if he'd only made the U-turn.
Yep. I thought it was perfect for the movie. I thought it was perfect. And what I loved about it is they get it out of the way right away. You know what I mean? Like, it's the opening scene. You know, like, well, you got a chance to turn around or you can just drive to this town. I'm sure there's 10 other titles that would have worked as well, but I thought U-Turn was a good fit.
I thought it made sense. I thought it was fucking terrible. Yeah. I think it's a terrible title because who makes you want to, what makes you want to go see this? I get it. I totally get that it makes sense. I believe this movie, I'm looking it up right now. This movie grossed $6.6 million in the United States.
Yeah, with a $19 million budget.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why nobody's heard of it or seen it. Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying U-Turn. Nobody's going to see a movie called U-Turn, even if it makes sense. I just don't even know how somebody gets, how they pass that and go. I get that they was based on, whatever the novel or the graphic novel, but no, you got to change that title. You got to, Death in the Desert. You know what I mean? Whatever, something. It's just even Superior, Arizona would have been a better title. I'm telling you, dude. I go, you got me. When you first brought it up, I'm going to go watch a movie called U-Turn. You know what I mean? And
story-wise, it makes sense. But like in terms of getting asses in this
marketing, terrible. And that's why I'm saying this is Oliver Stone doing this. Okay, so then we get into the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And starts off, you know me, man. I'm always like, well, I'm not me, everybody else, I guess, too. But what grips you? The opening, you know what I mean? And the music. Okay, we got some goofy country kind of music, which is what you hear when you're driving in those areas of Arizona. And I've driven through little shanty towns like that. I'm like, okay. And Superior, Arizona, it's an actual place. And so I'm like, okay, I like this little world we're in and what's going on. I like the car and what's going, and obviously Sean Penn right off the bat, you go, he's always going to be at least interesting. So what's happening? And then the car thing, the blows out the
radiator hose.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So then he goes into see Billy Bob. Now, let me ask you this. Generally, we go straight linear to the plot. I don't think we need to do that this time because the plot just kind of stays the same. Back to here, back to there, back to there.
Yep.
Let me just ask you this. You saw it years ago. You loved it. What did you think this? What did you think this time?
Not nearly as good as I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might be on the same page then.
Yeah, I still found it, and we'll probably talk more about this towards the end. I still found it entertaining. I have a lot of different thoughts. A couple main thoughts of why I didn't like it nearly as much.
Let's just go with that. What was things you didn't like this time?
Number one, 2 hours and 4 minutes. Get the fuck out of here.
I
mean, you know what you always say about dude. You know what you always say about stand-up shows? 60 to 70 minutes max. Get them in and get them out, right? No, I'm pretty dead set. Almost no movie should be over 100 minutes. Like an hour 40, you should be able to tell your story. Obviously, sure. This type of movie should have been 90 minutes. They could have cut so much time off this thing.
You are literally preaching. I was literally going to bring up. I was going to say this movie should have been 89 minutes, not even 90.
Okay, there you go.
89, and let's get out. Okay?
Yeah, dude.
We got what we needed. See ya. There's not that much story. There's just
no.
And I started thinking, why is this just Oliver Stone being self-indulgent? Like he thinks it's so great. But then I thought, you know what? He got all these actors to come in, probably go there to film on location for cheap. He probably literally can't cut them out because they did him a favor. And I go, oh shit, he's got to probably leave all their scenes in.
Yeah.
Or he just loved what he did, which
I think it's that.
Blow my minds. Is that what you think?
He's pretty notorious for being pretty grandiose and being wildly egotistical.
So in other words, you're saying Oliver Stone is a big fan of Oliver Stone.
He's the biggest Oliver Stone fan for sure. A lot of his movies, I think JFK is like 3 hours. I mean, a lot of them are just like, Jesus. So that's probably my biggest beef with it, dude. 89 and a half minutes. We're in, we're out. Let's move on.
What genre would you put this movie?
I'd say it's a crime noir, crime noir.
That's exactly what Wikipedia has. neo-noir crime thriller. I put this as a screwball comedy.
That's fair. Yeah.
If you want, I know some people, I read some things, some people would say black comedy. I don't even think it's that. I get that it's dark. This thing was so goofy. All the characters are so not real that you just go, this is a clown show.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing here?
Dude, yeah. It was, I would say a neo-noir comedy, maybe, because I laughed multiple times. But the funny thing is, there ain't no way when they were shooting this were they like, this is hilarious. You know, like
that's what I would like to know. Did these guys think that this was actually like, that they're really into some kind of dark, I mean, so let's just get to the first scene with him and with Billy Bob.
Yeah.
Now you're saying you like Billy Bob in this character in this scene, and
I thought he was outstanding.
Okay, because I didn't.
Okay, fair, totally.
And I love Billy Bob, and honestly, it took me a while to go, oh, that's Billy Bob, because he put on some weight, and he's got that dumb shirt on, and he's got the weird outfit of, it kind of was reminiscent of the character in Chainsaw Massacre,
He's covered in grease.
Yeah, and he's got the fake teeth and the whatever on the teeth and the weird. I'm like, how much more do we need? Why don't you put on a curly Q mustache while you're at it?
Lampshade on his head.
I know. Now, that said, initially, I'm like, ooh, but this is a creepy backwoods character, just like Deliverance or something, Like you're going, oh, this guy's creepy. Like, what's going on? But here's when already I started going, I'm not kind of buying this. Okay, so Sean Penn has he's got an agenda. He needs to get this money. This is serious stuff. He's got to get this money to Vegas. Car breaks down. He's got this weird guy, and he's sort of battling with him, and kind of being wise-assy when, whatever the guy says, hey, man, whatever you need, bro, just please fix my car. Thank you. I know that's written. They want tension and stuff, but I don't know. I just like, there's no way this guy's going to be arguing with the one mechanic in the entire planet Earth at this particular point in time that can actually fix your car. Just pay him and get it done.
I had the same thought.
Yeah, haggling over $100. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm going, oh God, are we supposed to buy this? You know me, dude.
Oh yeah.
My favorite expression is, I don't buy it, dude. I must have said that 500 times watching this movie.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I probably said it 200. That's not even my line.
Exactly.
That's your thing.
And that's what I'm saying. If this should have been like 89 minutes, I would have gone like, okay, I can go with these cartoon characters. The fact that we have to go for 2 hours with this shit, I was like,
it's so funny when I put it on and it said runtime 2 hours and 4 minutes. I was like, really? Is this the right one? Like, holy shit. But I agree. I thought the same thing. I get it. You're trying to establish him as kind of this asshole, but it was so ridiculous. Like, you're right. Like, dude, just fix my car. What do you need? You want me to grab you a sandwich while I'm in town? Like, you're not going to start arguing with the guy about it.
Yeah. And so I'm going, okay, I don't buy Sean Penn's character. Now, I'm not saying it was bad acting. I'm just saying the way the character was written, I guess. I get it. We have to establish that what's his face, Billy Bob Thornton's character was menacing and shifty, but still, we get it, And then so then he walks into town and sees J-Lo. Is that what happened next?
Yep. Yeah, it goes back to hang the drapes with her.
Which
that
whole thing happened so fast.
You
come back. I'm like, okay, you're married and you're back, and
But we later discover that is her character.
Yeah,
she is doing that. But I agree. I was like, wow, this is moving real fast. Like, oh damn. Yeah. Okay.
And at that point, I was interested. Okay, like, what is she doing? What's happening here? And again, I her acting kind of just threw me, or her lack of. And maybe it's just something about her accent. I'm just so familiar with J-Lo. I'm just hearing J-Lo. Yeah. I can't really listen. I'm not hearing like the actress Jennifer Lopez, which, like I said, I wish I would have maybe seen it before.
Yeah,
before she became bigger than life, I guess.
Yeah, that was definitely a benefit. I was able to like snap back to like, oh, this is just some actor. You know, like I could
Yeah.
remove the J-Lo from it. So
That's it.
that helped. That
Boy,
helped.
back in the day, man, was there a better looking woman on the planet Earth? You know, she was up there. And so, you know, she did, as far as that sultry role, you know, in that way, she was kind of perfectly cast, you know, because, you know, she looked like somebody you would see in a town like Arizona. I mean, like, you know, like being a Latina chick and stuff like that. But so, yeah, okay. So they go back, and then I kind of lose track of what happens next here because it just will always back. Oh, but didn't he run into John Voight before this with the Dr. Pepper and the dog? And
the
at
dog's
the end,
dead. Yeah.
And then the dog wasn't dead. And what was the whole point of the Dr. Pepper? Is that just thrown in for gag, or did it mean anything? Or
yeah, I don't know.
And also, even the quick cut angles, you know, right after the start of the movie, the quick cut, they're like, okay, we get it. You're a director. You know.
That's Oliver Stone. That's a lot of his movies are just, again, gratuitous. You're just like, okay.
There you go.
Like, yeah.
I again, it started off interesting, and then it just got tedious to me. Because, you know, what's the point besides the fact that you're enjoying yourself? What is the point of this movie?
Dude. And then, like, how many nature cuts to coyotes and vultures and scorpions, and it's like, dude, we get it.
Yeah,
it's a dangerous environment. I understand. We're in the fucking desert. Like, this is where you're cutting out 26 minutes of this movie. Is just weird cactus shots. Like,
just edit this shit down to 89 to 90. Let us have a good time, a couple laughs, and get the hell out.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it was, well, we'll get to the end, but yeah, that part was, oh shit.
Yeah, and so what happens after? Is that when she runs? Is that when Nick Nolte comes over and then doesn't he saw? Okay, so this is when we start the whole everything that could go wrong to Sean Penn is going to go wrong in this entire movie.
Oh yeah, which I absolutely love. I thought it was great how just everything kept going wrong. I was a fan of that.
I did too. Let's just say, how do I don't even know. I'm trying to think, because I'm going to try to put, like, if there was another actor in there who I just think had better comic chops, I guess. Like, I'm trying to picture if Joaquin Phoenix had been that character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it just would have been more interesting. The guy who gets dumped on and shit on. I don't know. There's just something so serious about Sean Penn. That sort of takes the fun away, even when his character is getting, you know, even though his character is sort of comical in the way it's written. There's something about him that's so intense that I don't know. I wasn't enjoying as much as I guess I would have if maybe it was a different character. Yeah. But again, at the start you're going, oh my God, he just got this. Oh my God, he got that, and he lost his. You're like, oh, this poor guy. But then it just kept going and going. You're like, okay, I get it. I fucking get it, man.
Yeah, tough day, Sean. We get it. Yeah, like let's go.
Yeah, and then so I forget. So when he walks back into town, and then.
Yeah, and then that's when Nick Nolte picks him up and is like, out of nowhere,
starts driving back.
Yeah, out of nowhere is like, hey, do you want to kill my wife for 10 grand? Like, which is like, what? You've known this guy for 3 minutes, you know, and brings all that kind of subplot up out of nowhere. And Sean Penn, no, I'm not a killer, and then he gets back to town.
I will say, until his character got tedious too. That's a really tough role to pull off, Nick Nolte's role, to go that extreme right off the bat. And I thought he actually did initially. I thought I believed his craziness.
Oh, you know? Yeah.
It's just the fact that it just kind of kept repeating itself. But I thought he did a good job selling that incredibly hard to sell role at that particular point in time. For lack of a better way of being able to put it, but okay. So then we got stuff going, and then is that when
this is when he goes? Then he goes to the little deli to get something to drink, and the place gets robbed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the bag.
Yeah.
And that's when the lady pulls out the
shotgun. Yeah. And Abe Ben-Ruby, who was another great actor for a while, 90s guy. The guy that shoots the guy that robs him, the first guy.
Oh, right, yeah.
He was on a million different things. Yeah, and then his money that he's got to get to this guy or he's going to lose the rest of his fingers, which is also ridiculous. Nobody's cutting anybody's fingers off, but still, whatever. And then the money just explodes everywhere. And now he's really in a world of shit.
Yeah, I was also going, money explodes.
Oh, yeah. That shit was shredded, dude.
Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? I'm like, I would have been scooping stuff up, taping it together when you're in the position he's in life. But I will say that was, as far as if we're going to go the dark comedy, black comedy, however, when she pulls out and shoots, that was actually a fun scene.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, because I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, the slow motion and everything. Yeah, like it has moments. I was like, that's a great scene. For sure.
Yeah, exactly. The movie had moments where you're like, what the, where you were Sean Penn's character going, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Where the fuck am I right now? Where is this place? Yeah.
Yeah. And that was one of those, that was like, might have been my favorite scene in the whole movie because I didn't see that coming. And I'm like, holy shit, what the hell? Yeah. Wasn't there a little boy? The little boy was in the grocery store too, right? Or in that deli?
Maybe there might have been like somebody. Yeah, might have been somebody some kid running around. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that it was actually Oliver Stone's son who played that little role, cameo thing. Cool. And then so now he's got no money, and so where does he go from there? Does he go back to the car? Does he go back?
Yeah, he goes back to the car, and Billy Bob is completely just taking the whole thing apart now. It's completely
right. And And I hate to say it, but then again, I'm going, okay. I mean, you've taken it apart beyond repair.
Yeah.
You've destroyed it. That's just, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, dude, no shit. Yeah, but like in the world that they've created, it makes sense.
But I'm like, okay, how much willing suspension of disbelief can we go with here?
Well, the other thing that I loved about the Billy Bob character, so whenever Sean Penn first meets him and he's just being a dick for no reason, right?
Yeah.
He goes, he points out this is a 1964 and a half Cadillac, and this is the reason you live here and I'm just passing through.
Oh,
so when he comes back,
he's a total dick.
Yeah, but when he comes back, because Sean Penn thinks I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, you live here, you're a mechanic, I'm this big shot, whatever. But when he comes back to find out that Billy Bob has outsmarted him, taking the car apart, and charges him all this extra money, and Sean Penn's like, it's $150 for a hose, and he goes, it's not, it's a 1964 and a half Cadillac.
Yeah. And he's like, throws his own shit in his face.
Yeah, and he goes, that's the reason I live here, and you're just passing through. So it makes sense that he dismantled the fucking thing. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I get it. He's trying to get more money out of Sean Penn and tinkering around on the car and everything. I love the Billy Bob character with Sean Penn, just how he outsmarted him. He duped him, like let Sean Penn play into him. And
I think I would have liked those two together because, like I said, different styles of acting, which probably play well off of it. If they weren't so cartoony.
Yeah.
If that whole thing wasn't, if it was really grounded in reality, that could have been some really intense, I don't know, some intense moments, but it was just so cartoony. And I get it. That's the way the movie was, that's the way the movie was, but that it's just like, no, this would never happen. This would never, ever happen.
Oh, if you don't buy into the world, you're gonna hate.
You're gonna struggle for 2 hours.
You're gonna hate the movie. Like I'm really good about being like, this is so asinine, but I'm in. All the characters believe it's real. That's what I need. If I think that the characters believe it, then I can go along for the ride to an extent. But if I'm like, I don't even think these people believe it, then I'm like, all right, this is a piece of shit. But I felt like at least the actors were like, okay.
I think I was struggling the whole time going, do these
That's
actors
fair.
even believe this shit? Or do they are they like waking up going, I'm going to overact you. I'm going to out overact you. Oh, you're going to overact. I'm going to overact.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all fucking overact.
Yeah. They're at the bar the night before. Like, oh, really? Okay.
And by the way, if that's the case, then make a movie like that. Make it 89 minutes and let's get the fuck out. Okay.
Again, the runtime killing us.
Yeah. Well, the fact that I think what that says is how Oliver Stone took this movie serious, and it should not have been taken serious.
No.
It was a goofy little fun project with a bunch of his friends probably, and should not have been like this big epic that I think maybe he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then is this one? And then so after this, and again, now you're going, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to this guy, and now this has happened. Is this when he goes back to the diner and he runs into
Claire Danes and just bringing the A game, Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, and also a nice little cameo, Julie Haggerty, who I honestly I only know her from Airplane.
Oh yeah,
with that crazy hair. Yeah. I thought that was a nice little casting coup right there. And and then Claire Danes. Like I said, I don't really have an opinion much about Claire Danes. I just haven't seen her in a ton of things. But I've always thought she was a good actress, everything she's done. And it wasn't like she was bad. She played exactly what this role required.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought she was great. I thought the role wasn't great, but I thought she was great in it.
Yeah, I think that's
too over the top. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Maybe they just had too many of these wacky characters in one movie, because there could have been a lot more with her and Joaquin, honestly. And what's going on with these two.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I when he came on, I was like, that's when I set up and go, oh, all right, there's just something about that dude, man. He's one of those guys I thoroughly enjoy watching everything he's in.
Totally. And I thought he was great in this role too. Again, way over the top, but I found the character to be very funny. Actually,
I found his character to be actually believable.
Yeah,
I just believe like that young guy who thinks you're talking about a woman. You know what I mean? And I read somewhere where he had the TNT in his back.
Yeah.
He goes. I felt like that's something that somebody in a small town like this would do, like something that was cool years ago, but had fallen out of fad, but would not have caught up to somebody in this town yet. So they were and I go, that's an interesting way to develop your character, I guess, because there's some truth to that. That would be like people in a town like that still wearing Ed Hardy shirts, like they were super cool, like they were 15 years ago. And they don't realize what in certain areas they're not quite as hip as they used to be,
or ever should have been. But that's another podcast.
Exactly. And by the way, I agree. I thought Joaquin Phoenix was hilarious, and we'll get to that in a little bit. The funniest moment in the entire movie that literally made me laugh out loud. We'll get to that in a little bit. So then, and I know what I was going to bring up. There were several cameos in here. One of them that I thought was really cool was Bo Hopkins. Do you know who Bo Hopkins is?
I don't know. You're gonna have to remind me.
He was just sitting at the diner, sitting like over there, I can't tell you one movie he's been in, but he was one of those guys in every 70s and 80s movie, low budget generally. It was never like a big star. Almost like when I saw him, I go, oh dang, Oliver Stone's like throwing this guy a bone, because he probably was retired. I haven't seen him in anything in years. But he was also never that guy that was in movies with big stars like this. But he was just one of those guys that I always thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, Bo Hopkins.
Okay, all right,
and
I'll check him out.
Yeah, and again, I think he had like 2 or 3 lines, but still, I found it to be interesting. I thought it was cool. And when I saw him, I go, oh, this guy's gonna have, because he's a somewhat known actor. I'm like, oh, he's gonna have a role in this movie, and then he ended up not. It was literally just a cameo. But but then still, I found that interesting. That made me go, that's interesting, and I love stuff like that. So kudos to Oliver Stone or whoever got him in there. That was a nice little cameo. And then he takes off walking, and then what? She comes after him, and then Joaquin comes after them or whatever, or what happens?
No, well, before he leaves the diner, this is when they started. One of the things I loved most about the movie is, I don't know if you caught this, but every time Powers Booth shows up for the rest of the movie, they play Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. Every time he walks in the door, he's in the car. Every time he's on screen, they play that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like just a cool little like thing that they started doing that I loved. I thought that was great. Just like a little, little nugget.
Interesting.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. And then he breaks it all up, and then he goes to Nick Nolte's real estate. He's this hotshot real estate agent in the middle of nowhere, and is like, "All right, I'll kill your wife." And
this is when he goes, "I need the money. My car's over there." Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my car, my backpack of money exploded. My car's fucked up, and then there's like that weird back and forth, and then he takes Jennifer Lopez out onto the cliffs.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. What was I going to say here? Did he do the call with the Russians yet about the money?
Yeah, it was. I forget where. It was somewhere before that. Where you want to talk over the top.
So this is when he's at wit's end. He goes, I'm left with no choice. I'll take you up on your offer. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and he's firing all the quarters in, and everybody's hanging up on him, including his mother. Everyone's telling him to fuck off.
That's right. That's right. He keeps calling everybody, trying to get like the last ditch effort to get something. Okay. Yeah.
And then he calls the Russians, and they're like, but like an idiot, he tells them.
Oh, where is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, oh boy. And then he's like, all right, I'll go kill your wife.
All right. We are back. We had a slight little technical glitch, but we are back talking about U-Term. We're going to jump right ahead to, I want to tell you about one of the funniest moments I've ever seen on screen.
Okay. I'm excited.
And that is when it was meant to be funny, but maybe not as funny as I thought it was. And that's strictly because of the actor who made it hilarious. And that is Joaquin Phoenix. When they run into each other the second time and Sean Penn starts beating the crap out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And then she saves him. Something about when he went down was the funniest damn thing I have ever seen. I literally laughed out loud watching by myself.
Yeah.
I could have used so much more of Joaquin Phoenix in this movie. He was great, man. So fucking great. Yeah. So anyhow, like I said, if we just keep going on about the story, we're just going to back here and back here and back here. So let's cut to the ending. I mean, when finally they kill. Let's just say she kills her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Now at this point, are you going? What are you thinking is going to happen now? Do you think she's setting him up? I mean, Sean Penn up, or is she full of shit, or what?
I mean, so one of the things I did like about the movie is, I mean, everybody's full of shit in the movie. Sean Penn tells somebody he's going to Vegas, then tells Nick Nolte he's going to California to sail a boat. John Voight's dog is dead, then he's not. Is that guy even blind? So, again, it was too much of it. But so at the end, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. Just wrap it up. Let's just do whatever you're going to do and let me go to bed because I got to work in the morning. Let's wrap this shit up here. But no, to answer your question, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I figured that Sean Penn was going to pull it off and survive somehow. I just didn't know who was going to fuck who and who was going to kill the other one in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, right there with you. I'm like, either she's surviving or he's surviving.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have a ride off into the sunset with a big helicopter or drone shot, and some crazy music's going to come on. And this guy's, and I'm like, Sean Penn's finally going to get his day after dealing with all these maniacs. That's and then when he goes, I forget, they've killed him, and now they got the money, they're packing. When he goes and he comes back and the car's gone, I'm like, oh no. Oh, this is it. How did this dumbass not see this coming? And then she's actually there. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And so she's not setting him up. And then the one thing I did not see was the fact that she's banging Powers Booth.
That for me was when I was like, this is so far off the rails. This was the only place you could have gone to make it even crazier.
Exactly.
And
And I kind of enjoyed that. I mean,
yeah.
I love seeing Powers Booth one more time. That dude, he's got such a great voice. I don't know. He's a very one of a kind. Like, who's the other guy who was always in the Westerns with a big mustache?
Sam Elliott?
Yes, he's just like Sam Elliott to me. Mm-hmm. Just one of a kind, like an old Western dude.
Yeah.
And he fit that motif so perfectly. He just totally fit. And then they get to the thing, and then, he hits her, and then she pushes him over the ledge. I must say, that was a funny scene with him missing the tooth and his legs are bent the wrong way.
Yeah.
And you're like, when you thought that nothing worse could happen to this guy.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what I loved about the movie, was it literally just kept getting worse. You're like, all right, well, this is rock bottom.
And and to his credit or their credit, if you're going to do that, just go. Don't half-ass it, and they did not.
No. Everything you can think of and 4 things you couldn't have thought of, they did to that poor guy.
So when he has the keys and he's telling her to come down, what do you think is going to happen next?
At that point, I thought she was going to cut her losses and just leave. I think that's what a logical person was, but we are obviously in the most bananas universe I've seen in a while. Because I was like, there's no way you're going down there. I get it. He's like severely hurt, but
no. But she can't leave without the keys.
Yeah.
She has
I thought
to
she
go
was
down there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, she's just gonna be like, fuck this and start walking. I'm out of here. I gotta get out of here. Flag up. Yeah.
And again, with the believability, if you're gonna create this world, all she had to do, he's lying there, can barely move. Go down there with a big rock. Ting!
Yeah.
Keys, So he strangles her. She's dead now. And you're going, okay. And then he crawls back up. And now we see
hold on. Yeah. Before he strangles her. He strangles her. And right before she dies, she shoots him in the side.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was like, of course he gets shot. Why wouldn't he get shot? Non-fatal wound. Just gonna hurt like a fucker. Like,
and he's gonna climb up that fucking thing. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And you're going, and I'm going, all right. This guy finally gets to drive off. He's won. He's paid his due. He's won. And then that was a nice little. And then they're showing the buzzards, like they're bringing it back from the beginning. Like, okay, all right. Now that was a nice little foreshadowing, and here we go. And then when the thing bursts, and you're like, then you go, did that just happen, or did the mechanics set him up?
Exactly.
And I guarantee you the mechanics set him up for this shit.
Totally, dude. Yeah, and I love that. I was like, okay, perfect. And then just crane shot. All right, cool. Turn it off. Go to bed.
And at this point here, if the movie kept rolling, I have a feeling Sean Penn's character would have just jumped off.
Yeah.
Just jumped off. Like, I'm done. I'm not going to sit here and rot until I die of 3 hours of starvation or just bleed to death. I think he just would have jumped off because it's over at that point.
Just crawled to the edge and just barrel rolled off.
Roll over, exactly. Exactly. All right. So I will say, I generally let me look this up real quick here. I generally have always tended to go with Roger Ebert with his. I've generally always kind of agreed with what he had to say. Here's what he had to say about the movie. Roger Ebert gave the film 1.5 stars out of 4, deeming it a repetitive, pointless exercise in genre filmmaking, the kind of film where you distract yourself by making a list of the sources. So I don't know what he means by sources. Is that influences or who's he beg, borrowing, and stealing from, or whatever the case may be? I do kind of agree with that. The whole time I was going, oh, how did he get this actor? And Liv Tyler, she made a cameo. She didn't even speak.
Yep.
She was dating Joaquin Phoenix at the time, and the train lady when he went and bought the train ticket.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic actress. She was in Rose. Laurie Metcalf.
Yep.
You know what she was great in? Internal Affairs. Did you ever see Internal Affairs?
With Richard Gere?
Yes.
A long time ago, but a great movie.
Fucking great movie, man.
Great movie,
absolutely, absolutely great movie. So anyhow, she was in there too. And and that's where I kept going. I kept going, oh, look at that actor. Oh, look at that actress. Oh, look at that. And then I stopped caring about the movie.
Yeah. Just all the cameos, yeah.
When it was finally over, I swear to God, dude, I'm like, thank God. Now, when we do this pod, generally I watch a movie once, then I go watch it again. I sort of skim through and I make my notes. I'm like, there's no way I spend another 2 hours even skimming through this thing. Just because I was so worn out by the end of it.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Maybe that's what he was shooting for, but I think you and I are in agreement. It was a really divided people, I guess, and critics. But I know we do the score, but it was all, I already saw it. It was the Rotten Tomatoes score. Unfortunately, they always seem to have it 59% in Rotten Tomatoes, which probably yeah. So let's go ahead and give it our letter grade.
I was going to say nothing you would have said there probably would have shocked me. If the Rotten,
right?
if it was 78 or 28, I'd have been like, yeah, all right, I can see it.
100%, man. It is literally, and that's why I was specifically wondering, what you thought of it, because I feel like this genre is more your style than my style.
Totally, yeah.
And so that's why I was wondering what you were going to say after watching it a second time. I didn't know that you loved it the first time either, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, I was also a teenager when I saw it the first time, and I thought it was great. I thought that, all right, there were some lines of dialogue I absolutely loved that I thought were very clever, very witty. When Joaquin's like, people around here call me TNT, you know why? And Sean Penn's like, because they're not very imaginative and just building this,
exactly.
I'm like, that's a good line that, like the Patsy Cline stuff I thought was great. My opinion, this should have been an independent movie with all unknowns. As great as the cameos were, if this were give everybody a little bit of an arc, a little bit of a pop, take a half an hour off it, now we might have something.
Yep.
But the Flash and
either take it super serious or go, or exactly. Everything about this, I'm going, this just seems like just a self-indulgent piece of crap. That's all I can think of. And hey, I give him props for going for it and assembling this gathering. It all just did not add up to what obviously he was hoping for. So
I agree. So you ready for the grade now?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, teenage me would have definitely given this an A for sure. I loved this type of shit when I was a teenager for sure. And I still really enjoyed the movie. I liked the first hour. I found to be still very entertaining and engaging, as ridiculous as it was. And then for me, it just kept falling apart more and more and more. So with the cast, the music, everything, I'm going to go B- for this.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Probably higher than most, but I also have like an element of nostalgia with it. This is the first screenplay I ever read.
Oh, wow.
So like I have good memories of it too. So I'm going to go B-.
All right. That's fair.
Yep.
I'm kind of with you in the fact that eventually you just go, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm so out. I think I reached that point way before you did. I don't care. I don't care if Sean Penn gets shot in the head at this point. I just don't care. I'm scared. I don't like anybody. I don't like any of them. I mean, not
except
that
Joaquin.
We're supposed to be likable. Yeah, he was just funny though. I didn't like him.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And so I'm not pulling for anybody. I'm pulling for the Russians. Fucking get that guy.
Yeah.
But again, if I were to add up all cumulatively the enjoyable moments in the movie, I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Everything else, I was like, I started off liking it, but then after it got so tedious with the same characters doing the same things, that I by the end of it, I was like, I could not wait for it to be over.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God this thing is done. And just because of that, I'm probably going to go a C-.
Okay, that's higher than I thought you were going to go, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, because of the talented people in there. It's not like I didn't like seeing Claire Danes overdoing it, but fun. It was nice seeing, and the cameos were really cool, I thought. And the scene in the deli when the gun, that was like, okay, that got me.
Yeah.
And the Joaquin Phoenix laughing when he got beat up, something about him going down, the way he did that was seriously like genius, absolute genius to me.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch it then. That part.
Yeah, that one scene, man, was so hilarious to me.
Yeah,
and so I'm glad I did watch it because it is a style of filmmaking, and it's obviously super talented people that makes you go, okay, I would have done this different. Maybe they could have done that different. But like you and I said, man, 90 minutes,
dude.
That's it.
And like
I probably would have liked it a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. And like, you shoot your shot, sometimes you just miss, like every on paper that should have been a blockbuster smash. And it bombed so hard. And probably the funniest part of the movie for me was me rewatching it, imagining you watching it and being like, what the fuck is this? Like that made me laugh more than anything in the movie.
Buy this.
Yeah. That made me laugh more than anything in the movie was me imagining your reaction to it. Because again, I had forgotten most of it, and I was like, oh yeah. So
well, I'm watching this going, man, this motherfucker likes this movie.
Yeah. Hey, teenage me thought it was great. Yeah, also liked a lot of dumb shit back then. So.
I was gonna say, I'm not even sure teenage me would have liked this thing that much.
That's fair.
But
that's
maybe.
totally fair.
But again, your genre. This is by a far more your genre than mine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was moments where it reminded me of like a True Romance or something, just because of the brutality and stuff.
Yeah, not nearly as good, but
no, not even close.
Yeah, but yeah, in that genre,
just that exactly that edgy sort of people getting beat up and shot and blah 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 blah. So
wildness,
yeah, there you go, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so good. So I think we got this one nailed it. So now it's my turn to come up with a movie. And I thought long and hard about this. I stuck you with the black and white last time, so I'm going to refrain from that this time.
Okay.
Although this would be considered a classic by some. We'll have to decide if we find it that way. And that is, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but The French Connection.
Oh, okay.
In honor of Gene Hackman, who passed, a while back in very odd circumstances.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and in one of my all-time favorite actors, Gene Hackman.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, yeah.
Have you? I'm guessing you've seen The French Connection then.
I have, but it's perfect because it has been a long time since I've seen it.
Okay, yeah, good.
And it's definitely on a list of movies that I wanted to rewatch anyway because it's been a long time. So, perfect. I'm glad. I thought you were going to be so pissed at me after making you sit through U-turn. You were going to go back to some silent era cue card shit that I was going to have to find out. Here we go. All right, that's coming. I know. Let
me tell you something, bro. I considered the 10 Commandments make you sit through 4 hours, or even Gone with the Wind.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I can't do that.
Yeah. All right.
There was a moment where I had that thought.
I knew. I thought it was coming. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to watch some wild shit coming up here. So
as payback. No, the French Connection. We'll get that nailed out, and we'll be back on more of a regular schedule next time. But again, this is it for A Century of Movies, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. All right. Later.